Okay, right. I want to look up where to get control life from in Tyranny, because we desperately need the rune for it. Okay, control life. Magic skill in Tyranny. Where do I buy it? Thank you. It's a magic skill in Tyranny. Where to get control life? Oh, these are not... This is not... Okay, here we go.
Practicing with the sigil naturally increases it.
Well, that's true of everything.
Rusting and aspire.
Yeah, but... Okay. Sigil of life.
But it doesn't tell you where you acquire it.
Nope. At least we know where to look for it. Let's see. Okay, where is the sigil of life? Oh!
Talk to him until he teaches it to you. I think one of your fans actually mentioned this in the comments of an episode. Talk to your companions and they will give you more skills and such.
All right.
You just haven't talked with them.
True, we haven't. Well, let's go back to the Ocean Spire.
Right.
Runic Hall. I still have like 70 or so dollaroos, but let's just do Lantry dialogue for a bit. We'll talk to other people later.
One moment, my friend. Just let me finish this thought.
Ending his note with a flourish, Lantry licks the tip of the quill, pausing to taste it for a second and third time before tucking the pen in a holster on his sleeve. Okay, so, what's on your mind? Did you want to discuss matters of the present, or would you prefer a more scholarly rant? Questions for you.
I am nothing if not a semi-reliable font of knowledge. What did you want to discuss?
I'd like to discuss arcane matters.
And I'd be happy to oblige. Ever since the fall of the Vellum Citadel, it is hard to find someone with whom I can discuss such things.
What do you know of spellcraft?
I've forgotten more than most blood chanters have ever learned. What do you want to know?
Can you teach me anything?
Most certainly. I probably should have shown you how to mend wounds sooner. If you have a moment, I can show you the healing sigil I was trained to use.
No time like the present. Rummaging through his satchels, the sage produces a long quill and a crumpled piece of parchment. With 7 quick strokes on the quill, he inks a pattern on the page. We'll start with first principles. Oh, wait, no. We'll start with first principles. When mending wounds and easing pain, we invoke the magic of Orphan Midwife, Archon of Rebirth.
Whoa, what? So they use the Archons as their source of magic?
I guess so.
Whoa?
By invoking her sigil, we channel her mastery, however briefly, through our hands. Now, trace the sigil, following the lines in the order I sketched them. Alright, War Mage, follow along. Trust me, I'm a natural with this sort of thing. No, it's background.
Okay. You've gained fear with Lantry and loyalty with Lantry.
It works. Youth and confidence. Where you find one, you often find the other. And let me tell you one thing I know for sure. Hubris and magic don't mix. Still, if you're eager to learn, that's music to my ears. Since this isn't your first cantrip, I'll move a little quickly, but I think you can keep up. Lantry walks you through countless repetitions of the signing of the Mystic Sigil. For hours, you wave your hand in the air, to no effect, until at last you sign the pattern in the air. Feel a rush of power through your veins. And we get 5 control life. Okay.
What can you tell me about signing magic?
We'll get there in a second.
Aww.
And so, if you need to heal pain as opposed to purge an infection, you'd move your hands like so. But, you know, that's enough for now, and I think the rest you can figure out on your own. Alright. What can you tell me about signing magic? Scholars don't have a good word for what Archons do when they cast magic. I couldn't tell you how Graven Ash casts his protection over his soldiers, nor would I know how Blade and Mark consciously decides to move through a shadow. But when us mere mages want to cast a spell, we do so by signing the sigil of an Archon that previously discovered the magical phenomenon in question. It is debated whether Archons create new magic or just discover magic that was waiting for us. But such questions seem impossible to answer while sober. Alright.
So they had to discover...
And I'd be happy to oblige. Ever since the fall of the Vellum...
Okay, that's it. I'd like to talk to him more, but I just really wanted Sigil of Life, because his... I mean, his only healing spell is hot garbage. So let's pump up the strength on this one. I don't know about range. Don't care about accuracy, recovery. What's his... Oh, I guess we can do all of them. Good stuff. There we go. So now he has a very, very good healing spell as opposed to his terrible one from earlier. Okay. Healing wisps. Restore a large amount of health to the target.
So that's more of a target, yeah. What's the last one? Is there like an aura of expression? Like a...
So this increases the radius. Mm-hmm. So from 1 to 4. I'm a little bit more tempted to go with strength, maybe. Here, can I do strength and this? Just a couple off. So we have... I guess maybe I could do this and recovery. There we go. That's probably a little bit more useful.
So you're just making him buffer and healer?
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's kind of what he's supposed to be. My character...
So, can I just want to take a look at the cores, if you will.
Okay, give me a second. Let me select the last one. That pumps it up a lot. Okay, there we go. Okay, so cores. So
I just want to see. So we have Frost, Atrophy, Illusion, Vigor, Force, Fire, Emotions. Oh, wait. Hey, it actually gives you lore with it. The Blood Chanters of the Scarlet Chorus are self-professed masters of the Sigil of Emotions, having developed the technique through the study of Siren, the Archon of Song. Oh, so that's Siren's. Mm-hmm. Okay, what about the newest magical sigil on Charitas? The Sigil of Stone was developed by the Archon Cairn. Okay. I just want to find out which Archons each of these are related to.
Mm-hmm. So, Orphan.
The Orphan Midwife. The School of Boreal Frost, the mages surrendered the knowledge to Kairos after the Northern General Graven Ash was defeated by the Overlord's forces.
Yeah, but that's not associated with Graven Ash. It was just a northern thing. So the Archon of Ruin was Atrophy. Illusion doesn't seem to have an Archon associated. Vigor, no. Force. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
And Flame. Sun Queen, Archon of Fire.
Sun Queen, Archon of Fire. Huh.
All right.
You see, I was hoping that there'd be more Archons.
Yeah, well, it sounds like there's a bunch. It's just we might not have access to all of them, ish.
At the same time, Lantry said that the origins of the magic come from Archons, or at least that's one of the speculated
sort of,
theories.
Yeah. My bet is his second theory of the Archons discover the magic and, harness it to be a little bit closer to truth. Oh, either way, we're almost done with this spire, which is good.
Do you think that...
Oh, I see.
Can he read the sigils now, or...
Accent that reduces the area of chaotic descent spells. Huh, I don't think I have that. And rapid casting. Material force and guarded form spells. Those are kind of useful, mostly not.
So do you remember the locations of those things that he needs to read, or do you need the ages?
We need one more level.
Oh.
Yep. We're almost there. Sort of. Can you see the little quarter orange around his circle? That's how close he is to level. So we've still got a ways. We're going to come back here.
In the main chamber, you can...
we can fight that last
You can fight
Bane.
that last thing, but there were also a number of portals that hadn't been opened on the far wall.
Yeah, so we've got a number of things left to do in here, which should help. We just have to get there. And so I'm going to explore around. It looks like there might even be some more rooms in here, maybe? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, that's okay. But yeah, we're going to get that thing open.
Oh, that just closes one door, opens another.
Yeah, which might do something for us. We have some new runes.
It doesn't like it.
Yeah, so it only likes the red one. Okay. I'll leave that on, though. I think that's supposed to open this door, which is meaningless because we've already done that.
Oh, yeah. You have more of the stones.
Yep.
Yeah, but so it's that portal up there that I was referring to.
Yeah, so we can interact with this. Looks like we've got some Bane traps. So there's a possibility we will there's a possibility we'll be able to get him that next level. But the nice thing is we can fast travel here, because these are gonna pop Banes, and there's a Bane in here. I'd prefer to have as many combat advantages going into any encounter as I possibly can get, for obvious reasons.
Wait, why aren't the keystones working?
Interesting. Is it reasonable to describe an ethereal cloud as angry? Because I think you're making it angry.
We're supposed to do it
in order.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so we'll just come back here at the end.
Appears one breath away from collapsing. Since being sensible and abandoning the scars aren't options, might I suggest drawing our blades?
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move our melee characters to the front. You to the back. We're gonna quick save. And then let's hit that rune.
Kaboom! Okay. And what is it?
I don't know. It's Havoc. Apparently, it's weak to everything. Interestingly enough. Well, that'll be fun. Let's have him drop stealth. So, yeah, weak to fire, ice, and whatever. This is the one weakness of my character, as the, like, melee caster. Oops. Holy crap. Alright. Let's take this off and let's start chugging potions. Yeah, the one weakness in my character is specifically he sucks in,
Can you formulate your thoughts properly?
Sorry, single target.
Okay. Sorry. It's just
combat.
that you keep repeating the same sentence over and over and over again.
Sorry, I'm working on, like, tactical options here.
Okay.
And it tends to slow my thought process.
Portal opened up.
Yep. Which means I should actually probably move these two over here. Because the other portals are going to open up directly
behind them. Despite the fact
them.
that you've had Lantry learn that new spell, you haven't been using it.
He just used it.
Oh, the second portal opened up.
Yep. Alright. I'm gonna have her interfere.
Does he still have his fire aura around him?
Yeah, he does. Right there, Mantle of Flames.
Yeah.
It's not much, but it works. And also, this is a lot less single target than I thought we were going to be doing, which is great, because enemies. Did my Icicle Storm lose radius, or am I just imagining things? I have no idea. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just happy I can... Oh, wait. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Not all of these enemies are weak and resistant to the same things.
Right, because there's been a lot of fire and ice coming out of those.
Yep. I just want to kill the big bad.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Oh, which apparently kills all the other ones.
Nice.
I mean, nice, but I was actually kind of hoping I could kill them all.
It's for the...
Experience?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so we get the Steadfast Insignia.
Fashioned in the likeness of a stalwart battle standard, this emblem was worn by the very first regent since the realm was carved from the Stone of the Tears. Originally nothing more than an officer's finery, the steadfast insignia swelled in the popularity as those who wore it earned deserving titles as war heroes. The insignia developed a reputation as the architect of victory over time, and the secret of its success on the battlefield. As its recognition grew, the armies of Stalwart learned to rise up against any odds when the insignia was present, a streak that held with admirable consistency until the insignia was lost amid Stalwart's war against the Northern Empire.
Okay, we also get Gore Thrust. It's a...
bloodthirsty sword.
It's a spear.
Spear, okay.
Yep. Enraged on kill. Interesting. Might actually... Is this good for her?
And what's
No,
the
it's not.
scroll?
Scroll is Recipe Waking Death. Growing a powerful mushroom known as Waking Death that can prevent death. This mushroom can be grown with access to a Spire Infirmary upgrade and proper materials. Yes, we need an infirmary.
Well, you have the artifact.
Still gotta figure out how to get up here. I think we have to come back later.
No. See, there's that bridge. The bridges.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The crystal in this beacon is not responding to the torch keys from these old walls.
So you need another one?
I need to come back later. Because we've got two. It's this one. Which we gotta figure out where and what and who and how. But I think either way we're actually...
Does Barrick level up?
Oh yeah, totally forgot about that. I think we're actually totally done with this area.
Well, we're not done with the area, though. We still have to go see Matthias at the Traders Junction.
Well, yeah, well, we're just leaving. Like, we're walking out the front door.
We're leaving the ruins, yes.
Okay.
But when it comes to the Blade Storm...
Let's see.
Sleepy.
Do we want Heroic Defense, where once per combat, when Barrick's health reaches a critical level, he will be healed instantly? No, let's get Defender's Watch first. That just reduces damage he and nearby allies take.
Oh, yeah.
And then
if
we'll
you can
get
prevent the damage,
heroic...
then you won't need...
Yeah, then we'll get Heroic Defense and go from there. Okay. So I guess we walk out the main entrance, because I think we're done. Oh, whoops.
Come on, everyone.
Grabbed the... not everybody. I just want to see. Yeah, so it looks like there's only one rune that works for these. So yeah, we're going to have to get another torch key, and then we can come back and get that last section, which is fine. We're going to have to come back anyway as soon as Lantry's levels up.
Ages thing.
Yeah, I might also try and go out of my way to get to go back to that second spire we grabbed. Oh, hi. He wasn't here earlier.
Tricorius.
So the old walls didn't best ya. Not this time, at least. Tricorius stands amidst the bodies of the Unbroken.
Oh, wait a minute. Was this the dude that had sent the other guy to his death in the old walls and wanted the thing for himself?
No. That was a different guy, I think.
Okay.
He shrugs with a knowing smile. But we both know it's all for the good of the war effort. I don't know how much Tunon chooses to overlook when it comes to his Fatebinders, but I'm sure you know what you're doing. I hope you managed to find the steadfast insignia in there. He glances over your shoulder to the old walls. Myself, I'd find another way into Sentinel's Stand before I went in there. To each their own. I have the steadfast insignia. Capital work. You should take it to Graven Ash and offer your report. Be sure that the artifact doesn't fall into the hands of any Unbroken. Hey, he left the sages alone. Okay, let's talk to Hieronymus. What can I do for you, Fatebinder? The great riddle of the old walls is fascinating to contemplate from afar, of course. You were free to dive in head first to your heart's content. I found the stones of elucidation. Hieronymus's eyes widen in delight as he examines the stones. Fascinating! I'd expected to see a few duplicates with existing specimens. He examines each stone, wrapping them in linen swaddling with care. Thank you, my friend. This will prove vital to our understanding of the glyphs used by the builders of the old walls. Ooh.
Ooh, you got 2,000 rings. Favor with the Sages Guild.
You've done more than I could have expected, and with only my humble offering as rewards. Lore 27. What have the stones taught you? 5 lore experience, yes. Nothing yet, he clears his throat. In theory, each one can be used to help decipher some encrypted text, but there's no telling which stone can complement which text. It's all very dry and boring, I'm sure. Rest assured, they're very important. I'm not a young man, and if I keep getting sent on missions like these, any research I carry will be lost. Take a copy with you. I hope you'll find it useful. Hey.
Yay.
Good stuff. I like the fact that we get a fair amount of skill experience. And our reputation's up, so we got Arcane Understanding. Which is plus 10 defense against all spells permanently. Yes? Ideally, it'd be nice if I could get my lore maxed out. Well, not my lore, my wrath with them maxed out too.
The thing is, when it comes to these systems, it seems like you can only build up. You can't deplete.
You can. I've definitely reduced the amount of favor along the way. Yeah, so I have Corrosive Aura, and then I can also get Withering Touch. We get a lot of fun abilities for making people afraid of us.
I would like to ask Lantry, he did have some lore stuff regarding
one moment, my friend.
Questions.
Current matters or questions for you?
I am nothing if not a semi-reliable.
I have questions about our
what did you want to discuss?
Arcane
allies
matters?
and enemies.
Okay.
I want to know more about them.
Okay.
Well, you might want to ask a more soldierly type about the armies, but do you want to talk about the Archons or other mages?
Which one?
I want to know about the Archons.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about the Archons. I know much of such luminaries, so I am careful with my words, but ask if you must. Which one?
I mean, I wanted to know more about... I mean, Kieran's dead, right?
Yeah.
It'd be really funny if you asked him about Tunon. He's like, you should know more about Tunon than I. I mean, you serve him.
Did you know Cairn, Archon of Stone? Of him, I know very little. I believe he was the wild man of the hills that Gravenash subdued in 402. But only one source suggests that link. He was famous for being, well, a big sour jerk. Seems he let his mouth run off about Kairos, and that was the end of his story.
So what? Oh. Gravenash killed him?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. That's interesting.
Do we need any of these other ones?
Fine. I was just wanting to know more about, like, the people of the tiers for once, but...
Well, we kind of learned about them here and there. Okay, so we
don't really know who our enemies are. All we know is that they're just common folk that have been trampled on by Kairos.
Well, I mean, the Unbroken
Like, what's Kairos' end goal?
He wants to conquer everything.
I know he wants to conquer everything, but why? Does it somehow link back to the old walls and stuff?
I don't know about that one. Mainly, I think he just wants to conquer. He's got the power for it, and
But we will have power when we have all of the spires to ourselves.
True. Okay, do we have anything else here? The answer is no. Okay, what quest do we have? So, Broken Spear, the Callous at Iron Hearth, Remaining Spires in the Tiers, no, Breaking the Enemy, Trapper's Junction, Search for Matthias. And...
So the question is,
Iron Hearth.
Do you want to bring the insignia back to...
Nope, we're going to Trapper's Junction
You're
first.
going to Trapper's Junction first, yeah.
Yeah. We'll do Iron Hearth last, but if we go to Trapper's Junction and go after Matthias, that'll get us the experience. Then we go back to the old walls. Like, hopefully this will be enough to level up Lantry. Then we go back to the old walls, look at all those sigils, because that could actually teach us a ton of new spells.
I'm just wondering if, because you're meeting with him and you're not going back to see Gravenash immediately, if that means that there'll be more options for Parlay or not.
Probably not.
We'll see. I would just suggest saving.
Okay, we'll save. But I doubt this is going to make much of a difference.
I think it might.
Because we're not going into Stalwart yet. This is a different thing.
I know. You spot a soldier lying in a slump. Through the mud and blood caked on his tattered garb, you can make out the colors of the insignia of the Unbroken. He fights through pain, with each of his ragged breaths. As you approach, he shifts his head slightly toward you, but does not appear to have the strength to look up. Bronze Armiger.
Probably a dude. The only ones traveling this way could be those who brought down Duskwatch. If that's you, then I'll die with a curse on my lips. So, this is it then. Just kill me quickly. I'm in no state to continue on like this. His forced smile sends a trickle of blood out the side of his mouth. What happened here? A battle from the looks of it. He turns into the wind and sniffs. Not a terribly impressive one, but a bloody one. He raises his head and takes a look at you while wincing. The Scarlet Chorus, they've been driving us across this wasteland, pressing their attack at every turn. Looks like they finally got us cornered in this pass. I was part of the first line of defense when my comrades got wiped out. The Chorus went on through. Thought myself lucky they didn't check for survivors. After a few hours, I started to change my mind. His wry smile quickly turns into a wince of pain.
Ooh, could we ask to, like, help him, or...?
Nah, the Unbroken's our enemy. I have pressing questions. He coughs up a gob of blood and looks at it with bemusement. I don't have much time to regale you with tales of stalwart history, I'm afraid. I'd rather spend these last moments remembering the true color of the sky. He focuses up at the dirty wall of storm clouds overhead.
I mean, the thing is, they're fighting the Scarlet Chorus.
Yeah.
Like, it would be...
Where's Matthias? Matthias, if he lives, he's with the rest of my countrymen. He makes a feeble gesture somewhere off in the distance. Well, radio. We've killed so many Unbroken at this point.
Yeah, but I feel bad. These guys were felled by the
Yeah, and we're
Scarlet
going
Chorus,
to kill
not
both.
the
They're both our
disfavored.
enemies. It's not the enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's the enemy of my enemy is still my enemy, and I'm going to kill them.
Oh, I don't like this.
Shell.
I just want you to at least offer, or will you get bad points?
I'd probably... Bled and Mark would probably not be okay with that. Bled and Mark is watching.
Oh,
Anyway, attack.
I don't like this.
Let me hasten your journey into the void. Is this strictly necessary? I could mix up a sedative and... Oh, you're gonna kill him. Forget I said anything. You deliver a swift blow to his head.
Poor Lantry, I hate you.
The last of his energy leaves him as he crumples to the ground.
I hate you.
Hey, we leveled up.
Sorry for the strong words, but
Shell,
I don't
Shell,
want to
you
get on
have
Lantry's bad side.
we're not going to be on Lantry's bad side here.
He fears
Let
you.
me pull up Lantry here.
He fears
I think
you.
we're okay.
He's dismayed by your blustering ways. He was dismayed by your rude, blustering ways. He's appalled by your rude, blustering ways.
I think we'll be fine. Okay, anyway, we leveled up. Look, I'm trying to say somewhat in character. Do you want me to reload and we can retry that?
I mean, that's why I wanted you
Fine.
to.
Okay, let's go back. Not
Sorry,
like
I'm
it takes
throwing
long.
a hissy fit. It's just I don't like your role playing.
Look, my
We're doing
character
this
is
together.
Yes, but if you had your way, we would have joined the rebels and would be going against Kairos here.
No, I wouldn't be joining the rebels per se, but I would definitely be planning my move against Kairos, and you don't seem to be.
No. I don't want to tell that story with this. Alright. Let's see, where's Matthias? Alright, do you need aid? I could dress those wounds.
You've gained loyalty with Lantry, but wrath from Bleed and Mark.
Told you.
His wounds are too severe. It'd be
Okay.
false hope.
Very optimistic of you, but his wounds are too severe. I could attempt a healing spell, but I fear it'd merely prolong his pain and give him a little bit more false hope. Wouldn't expect one of Ash's brood to carry bandages. You ironclads can practically regrow limbs. Though if you came from Tunon's court, I guess I don't know what you can do. He tries to laugh, but elicits too much pain. Well, suppose I'll leave you be then. The man bursts into a coughing fit, and an ugly torrent of blood spurts from his mouth. His gasping for air turns into gurgling as he finally slumps over and stops moving entirely.
I mean...
Well, it did...
He got you the loyalty ability, the Wheel of Ages.
It did definitely net me a fair amount of loyalty with him. But we really, really do need to be maybe a little bit... I guess we're okay. We don't have to worry about Blood and Mark too much. Okay.
I mean, I didn't like it how you let him gurgle in his own
Well, what else was I
mire,
gonna do?
But you see, I don't know if you could have gotten the loyalty with Lantry for offering to help him and then kill him, and he wouldn't make the comment about you outright killing him or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, what did Lantry's special loyalty ability do?
Okay, Wheel of Time. Lantry. The Fatebinder and Lantry work together to create a slowing aura around a party member. Foes within range of the aura are slowed. When the party members move inside the aura, they will have their hostile effects suspended. How long does it last? Once per rest. 30 seconds. So yeah, it's pretty good. Unfortunately, we can't use it very often, so I don't. Okay, anyway. On the subjects of spires. Reply. This is for you.
Oh, right, because it's Meothis?
Yeah, I think it's a woman.
Yeah, it is a woman. She's an old woman, right?
Yes.
Okay. My dear dude, and they say respect for one's elders is a dying art form. I thank you kindly for the offering, as I've accounts to settle and grandchildren to spoil, and keeping a low profile isn't very profitable. I have enclosed something for you in return. I do so hate to let parchment collect dust, and I figure a younger mind could make use of some of the scrolls haunting my cabinets. I am now the oldest of the court's children, and I've seen much in my time. It's probably for the best everyone assumes I'm old, harmless, and worth shuffling away into the archives. If I were scrutinized too closely, I'm sure Tunon would find I've grown lax in my spoiled old age. Part of why I am where I am is that I've kept my head down. You appear to be doing the opposite. In some regards, this is beyond your control. You were chosen for the honor of proclaiming Kairos' edict. Twice! To decline would have meant death. To accept means to be placed on the stage for all to see. Kairos' most powerful weapon is not the edict. It's her. What?
That's
what?
a new one.
Kairos is a lady?
Didn't know.
What?
I don't think I've ever heard of Kairos being gendered before.
I haven't heard of Kairos being gendered before.
All right.
Kairos' most powerful weapon is not the edict. It's her ability to hand us rope that we willingly use to hang ourselves. Never forget this. There are numerous questions nestled in your request. What is it you wish to know most? Focus your inquiry, and I will answer as best I can. Fatebinder Meothis.
So edicts in their nature or spires? I want to know spires, probably. Just because we've found no information on those, whereas the edicts we kind of do.
I mean, yeah, for centuries, sending vast armies. Kairos can...
I just wanted to see.
You see, I think the problem is, when you hear the word Overlord...
Yeah, we don't think female. It's interesting, though. Anyway, let's go spires, if that's okay. Dear Meothis, it seems wise to know one's own domain, and seeing as I am now the master of the Mountain Spire, I ought to learn all that I can. If you would share with me what you know of the spires, I would be in your debt. I'll start with what I know and have observed so far. The Mountain Spire seemed to awaken at the same instant that Kairos' edict of execution was put to rest. There was a burst of arcane energy that drowned out my senses, and I awoke at the summit of the spire. What seemed to be just a few heartbeats of time. Atop the spire is an old sculpture of sorts, and it seems to be the core of the spire's mystic energy. I have been seeing visions and receiving sensations from the sculpture. It seems odd to describe it as talking to me, but that seems the closest analogy. Am I the first to report such things? There are other spires elsewhere in the world, correct? Dude. Sure. See? Sending money was the right thing to do.
Well, yeah, she has grandchildren to spoil, apparently.
These rock spires seem to have been risen... Oh, we know about that. Anyway, we've got some Scarlet Chorus to go after.
Oh, yeah.
Any
we
of
haven't
these?
fought these blokes in a long time.
Alright, let's have you roll in. Let's do this. I should probably update some of my spells. My lore has probably gotten high enough that I can probably update some of my old outdated ones. Oops. No, don't move. Here we go. And she's supposed to be leaping at this guy. Okay, there we go. Let's start with an iron tolling. Okay, iron tolling is nice, and... do we throw fire ore on? Yeah, let's just throw the auras on.
Do you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if with the bleed and mark thing, it's a if you max out one or the other. I mean, maybe if you max out Wrath, you just get insta-killed, and that's the end of the game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting question. I'm kind of hoping it's not that, because that would be kind of lame.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. But at the same time, it's one of those where I would like to try and keep on top of things. I mean, it's also one of those where we don't even know what Bleed Mark's going to do. And we haven't had a whole lot of opportunity for intrigue yet, which kind of sucks. Or at least not for a while. Okay, right. I was going to take a quick look at all of my spells. So I'm up to lore 111. Wow.
Oh, snore.
Yeah. This will only take a moment, but like, look, Rhyme Spike specifically, definitely needs updating. And all of these really do. Question. Oh, it's a higher angle cone. Well, I can't do that anyway. Let's do extra this. It's not what I like doing necessarily, but it helps. Because otherwise we just end up with a bunch of crappy spells that we don't get to use, that, you know, slowly lose power over time. I don't think I can do any of those. I could knock this off. Maybe this off? Can I... No. What would this do? Oh, this would just increase the range of the cone. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just do that for the time being. And giant boulder. I can't do that. What about these? Oh, bleeding affliction.
Mm-hmm.
And sigil of marking. What's marked affliction?
Now, are these the special ancient ones?
These are...
The ones that are purple with the multiple dots.
So these are the, they're sigils. They add extra effects, like bleeding or marked, or fire and frost.
Yeah.
Those are...
Yeah, there are more guys down there, but they don't look like they're
unbroken.
porous. Yeah.
Well, we'll be talking to them.
Ooh.
There's a bear trap here.
Well, it's rudimentary. It looks like we have more Scarlet Chorus.
Yep. I mostly just wanted to see if any of the Scarlet Chorus Oh, interesting. This guy actually has a name. I wonder
Jagged Remedy.
I wonder if this area is laid out that if you were with the Scarlet Chorus, this would be normal. Like, remember how, like, with the last area, we had a couple of... Disfavored, yeah.
I don't know. Part of me wonders if they would even be attacking this part, or if we would have been sent off to the Scarlet Chorus place first.
I don't know. I get the feeling we'd be all in the same area just so they'd save on assets. It's just they'd remix the plot and writing and whatnot.
I think they would have sent us north to the Scarlet Chorus lands first, and we'd be fending off Disfavored instead. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting question. Okay, there we go. This is a mess. A lot of enemies in here. We might have to camp after this.
Do you have your auras running on them?
Yeah, I just threw them on. At some point, I might like to get effects that increase my durations.
Now, what's especially good against humans or people
Nothing.
like the Scarlet Chorus?
They don't have elemental weaknesses.
Shame.
Sort of. Just means I'll hit them with spells. So I reduce the range of Giant Boulder in favor of making it so it bleeds enemies. Seems like it was a good idea.
Uh-oh.
Also, ow.
Poor Barrick. And you're running out of juice.
We'll be fine. He'll be fine. We can camp. He's back up to full health. I didn't realize it, but Quickening is actually an AoE heal for everybody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it also is like a haste move. It's good. All right, what do we got? Path of Frost. Looks like I'm only going to be able to hit a couple of people. We've kind of already wrecked their front line, though, which is good. What's this? Fire line. Yeah, we'll be fine. Might want to camp after this, but that's kind of understandable. There we go. Do I have fast mode on? I'll throw on fast mode for this.
You see, part of me wonders why the Unbroken haven't given up. I mean, it's one of those things where they're not only facing the Disfavored, but the Scarlet Chorus, and the Scarlet Chorus seems to be wrecking them too. I mean, wouldn't it be in their best interest to end the Edict of Storms and, Bloodchanter's Leathers and Jagged Remedy's Thirst, which is his sword, probably. Addendum added, the Trial of the Archons.
Okay.
Evidence against Graven Asher. Should be evidence against the Voices of Nerat, right?
During the conquest, disfavored soldiers killed sages. Okay, we've seen these. A Jagged Remedy was conscripting from the Unbroken when his forces were forbidden from the region.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of purple stuff around here.
Nice.
Okay, these packs and supplies are far too well kept and organized to originate from any Scarlet Chorus gang.
So who's supplying them then? It's not the Unbroken because they're at war with each other.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it doesn't look like we've got a good entrance. I'm only a little wounded here.
Unless the Scarlet Chorus took over Unbroken stuff that happened to be sitting there.
Yeah, it could be possible. I get the feeling they're not going to let us through. Confusing. Well, I guess we can go try and talk to them.